Okay. So we will start seated, just in a comfortable seat. Use any props that you need. Eyes closed or just gazing down onto one point. And feel your seat on the mat, your prop. Let that relax down, let the knees open up. If possible, let the hips open. And feel that triangular base. And then a tall spine lengthening out of your pelvis. And when you're sitting cross-legged like this, you don't want to feel like you're having to round the back. So that's why a block is useful to perch on. There is still a bit of a natural curve in the lower back, natural curve in the back of the neck, and the crown of the head extends up. And then let the elbows just hang naturally down by the side. So don't feel that you're kind of reaching and having to grab onto the knees. Let the arms dangle down heavy, and then the hands rest. And then you might want to have the palms down. You might want to turn the palms up. You might want to bring the index and thumb into chin mudra, either touching the tip of the thumb and index finger, or I like to just bring my nail kind of inside like that. Or you could be like that if that's comfortable for you. You might be like that. You can be up or down, or just normal palms. But find or mindfully place the hands into a position so they're not just somewhere, they are where you have put them. Eyes closed or softly gazing down. Take an inhale through the nose. And sigh out through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. One more big inhale. And sigh out. Close the lips. Bring the awareness inwards and take a moment to notice how you're doing today. Bringing the gaze inwards and scanning around the physical body. You might want to be quite systematic, working from top to bottom or bottom to top. You might just let the awareness wander freely. You're just feeling anything that's coming up for you, the physical sensations. Acknowledging any emotional sensations, anything that might be coming up in the mind. Feel your mood, your energy. We'll take just 1 minute without me talking. You can be with your body scan, body awareness. So I will be quiet for 1 minute. And that was 1 minute. Take a moment to acknowledge how that practice felt, to be quiet just for 1 minute and to explore the inside scenery, so to speak. And shift your attention onto your natural breath. So not changing the breath. Allow it to be natural rhythm. Bring the attention into your nostrils. So the awareness is on the breath in the nostrils. And feel the qualities of your natural breath. Notice the inhale is cool. The exhale slightly warmer. Feel the speed of the breath. The size of the breath. The texture of the breath. Keep your awareness in the nostrils and on your natural breath. And again, we'll take 1 minute without me talking over the top for you to observe all the different qualities of the breath. Now let go of the breath awareness. Take a moment to observe any effects of that practice in the body, in the mind, in the breath. And bring the hands into prayer in front of the heart. And there is an opportunity to set an intention, be that for this practice, for your week, for your work, for a particular project. Take a moment to consider your intention. We'll take an inhale together. Send out your intentions with your exhale. Release the hands down. Come forward to all fours. Wrists under the shoulders and the knees under the hips. Spread the fingers wide. On your inhale, lift the gaze, draw your heart through, give the shoulder blades a little squeeze together. On your exhale, round the back, suck the belly in, tuck your chin, press the mat away. Inhale, look up. Exhale, rounding into cat. Inhale, looking up. Exhale to round. And come to a neutral spine. Press into the hands, lift into the shoulders, hug the belly in, kick your or press your right toes, the right toe mound down behind you. So you want to feel a stretch through the calf, the hamstring. You can press back, kind of shift the weight back a little bit, press into your heel. Keep breathing. Then we're going to lift the right heel up. Toes point down. The right foot is flexed. That leg's really engaged. You can stay here or reach the left hand forwards. And you're still pushing down, not collapsing. Shoulders away from the ears. 2 more breaths. Hug the belly in. Release back to all fours. And switch sides. So press your left toes into the mat. Find the stretch through the back of the left leg. Keep the hips square. That left hip wants to kind of roll up. Go and lift the left heel up. Toes point down. Option to reach the right hand forward. Spread the fingers out. Thumb up. Shoulders away from the ears. 2 more breaths. And release back to all fours. Tuck the toes and push back to downward facing dog. Let the head go, shoulders down the back away from your ears. And then gently pedal out your feet. Make any other adjustments that you need. Notice how this feels. Remembering when we're moving through the practice, you are always welcome to rest. You can modify when you need to, use blocks if you have them, and take variations that you like to practice. Now come to stillness in your down dog. Press into the hands, shift the weight back, chest sinks towards the thighs, bum up, sit bones up. You can keep the knees bent if you need to. On your next inhale, lift the right leg up, 3-legged dog. Still the right toes are pointing down, just like we did on all fours. And the left heel presses towards the mat. On your exhale, bring the knee towards the nose, rounding the back like cat pose. Hug that right knee in, then step the right foot through. Give it a helping hand if you need to. The back knee comes down for a low lunge. I'm going to grab onto my blocks, as I always do. Take an inhale to lift and lengthen. And then we're going to pull back to half splits. Shift the hips so they're directly over the back knee and flex the front foot. Take an inhale here to lengthen. Exhale to fold in. And we're going to flow with the breath. So on your inhale, rock back into your lunge and lengthen. And the exhale, you pull the hips back. Inhale, come forwards. Exhale, shift back. One more time. Inhale, forwards. Exhale, back. Come back into your lunge. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee up. You're going to take a quarter turn to the left side of your mat for Prasarita. So the toes turn in slightly. It's a wide leg forward fold. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, hinging from your hips. Let the head go. Bring the hands down either onto the mat or your blocks. Maybe you hold onto your ankles. Now bend your knees. Lift the sit bones up. Let the head go. And you keep the knees a little bit bent if you need to. And there may be a sway from side to side. And a shake of the head. You come to stillness. On your inhale, take a halfway lift, long spine. Walk the hands round to the top of the mat, pivot your feet, and step back to a plank. Take an inhale in your plank, option to release the knees down. On your exhale, bend the elbows and lower down onto your belly. Tops of the feet down, forehead down. Lift your hands tiny bit off the mat. 3 baby cobras. Inhale, lift the hands on the chest. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, release. One more. Inhale, come up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, you come up either through your knees or plank and shift back to downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths. Switching sides. Inhale to lift your left leg up, 3-legged dog. Kicking out through the left heel, the leg is straight, strong. Exhale, knee to nose, really round it in, hug it in. Then step the left foot through. Back knee down, low lunge, grab your blocks. So in this position, there's that stretch through the front of the right thigh, the hip flexor. When we pull back to the half splits, pull the hips back, flex the front foot, and you have your hamstring stretch. We'll move with the breath. Inhale, come forward and lengthen, lift the chest. Exhale, pull back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale forwards, open the chest. Exhale, shift the hips back. Return into your lunge. Lift the back knee up, a quarter turn to the right side of the mat for Prasarita. Inhaling to lengthen. Exhale, you fold in. Let the head go. Two breaths. Inhale for a halfway lift. Walk the hands round to the top of the mat, back into your lunge, and step back to a plank. Take an inhale here. Exhale, lower down onto your belly. Release the arms long by your sides. Press the palms down, forehead down. Release the pelvis down. Make the legs heavy, tops of the feet press down. Inhale, lift the chest. Roll the shoulders away from your ears. Lift the toes. Option then to lift your hands up. Take any arm variation you want to go for. Arms can come out by the sides or forwards or an interlace behind the back. Keep looking down so the neck is long. 2 more breaths. Then we release. Hands under the shoulders. Inhale to plank or through the knees. Exhale to down dog. Take an inhale through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. 3 breaths. On your next exhale, look forwards. Step or a light hop to the top of the mat. Take a halfway lift. Inhale. Fold in with your exhale. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. And smooth out your breath. Release the hands by the sides. We're going to flow through 3 rounds of sun salute. 1 breath, 1 movement. On your inhale, reach up, look up. There might be a little back bend at the top. Exhale to fold forwards. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, hands down, take it back to plank. Take an inhale here. Exhale to lower down. Inhale for cobra, come up as high as feels comfortable for you. Exhale, shift back to down dog. We're here just for 2 breaths. Use your next exhale to look forwards. Step or a light hop to the top. Take a halfway lift with an inhale. Fold in with your exhale. Inhale, rising up. Take your time. Forward fold with your exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, hands down, step back to plank. And inhale. Exhale, bend the elbows, lower down. Inhaling cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, meeting in down dog. 2 breaths. On your next exhale, look forwards. Step or hop, feet to hands. Take a halfway lift. Inhale. Fold in with the exhale. Inhale, rising up. And forward fold with your exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, hands down, step back to plank. Take a whole inhale, use the breath. Exhale as you lower down. Inhaling for cobra or up dog, legs are strong. Exhale back to down dog. 2 breaths. Use your next inhale to lift the right leg up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Step the right foot forwards. Keep the back knee lifted. Grab your blocks if you like. Take an inhale to lengthen in your lunge. And then the exhale, you work the front leg towards straight and fold over, let the head go. Moving with the breath. Inhale to lunge, lengthen. Exhale, shift the hips back. Inhale forwards. Exhale, hips back. Inhale, come forwards. One more time, lift the hips, pyramid variation. And come back into your lunge. Now feel your feet on the mat. Strong foundation, legs are strong, core engages, fingertips start to lift up. Crescent lunge, rise up. And then adjust into it. Oops. Bend into the front knee. Strong through the back leg. You might need to bend the back knee a little bit just to square the hips off. 2 more breaths. We use the exhale to lean forwards and reach forwards, lengthen forwards. Then place the hands down. Take a quarter turn to the left side of your mat. Prasarita, inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, come up. And then take a side lunge into your right knee, whichever way that is. Lift up and over to your left. And we're going to keep moving side to side. You can choose to walk your hands across the mat. You can even hop your block along. Or you bring your hands to the heart and just move with the strength of the legs. Couple more rounds each side. You can sink the hips down as low as feels good for you. Now we meet back in the center, inhaling for a halfway lift. Walk your hands round to the top of the mat and step back to downward facing dog. Take an inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Stabilize the breath. We're going to move on to the second side. Use your inhale to lift the left leg up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, squeeze the knee towards the nose, hug it in, lift it up. Then step the left foot through. Grab your blocks. Take an inhale here, create some space. Exhale, lifts the hips up and back and you fold over. Inhale to lunge. Exhale, straightening the front leg. Fold over. Inhale to lunge. Let's go one more time. Pull the hips up and back. And return back into your lunge. Now feel your feet, adjust your feet if you need to. Firm up the legs, hug the belly in, hover the fingertips, rise up to your crescent lunge. Shoulders over the hips, ears over the shoulders. If the top shoulders are ever tight, you can bring the arms wider or lower or bend the elbows. Couple more breaths. Use the exhale to reach forwards, lean forward, push into that back foot. Reach forwards, release the hands down. Take your quarter turn to the right side of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding in. Halfway lift, we'll move into our side lunges, bending the right knee, sinking the hips down. So there's no right or wrong way, you go with what feels good for you. We're going to meet back in the center. Take a halfway lift. Inhale. Walk your hands round to the top of the mat and step back to downward facing dog. And pause. Smooth out the breath, deepen the breath. On your next exhale, look forwards. Make your way to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Inhale. Fold forwards. Exhale. Hold it here. Shake out the head. On your next inhale, rise up. Upward salute. Exhale, hands to heart and be still. Resist adjusting your clothes, your hair, checking the time, scratching your nose. Come back to your breath. Remember your intention. And release the arms down by your sides. So bring the big toes to touch. For chair pose. Inhale, reach the arms up, lengthen up. Exhale, bend the knees, sink the hips down. Drop the shoulders down. Breathing here for 2. Bring the hands to the heart. Moving into figure 4 on your right. Come onto your right toes. Lift the right knee up. Cross the ankle over the left thigh. And then open the knee up. Stay here or sit deep. Maybe lean the chest forward. Either hands to heart or hands on the right leg. Or if you have the space, if you've got your blocks there, you bring your hands down onto your blocks. And there's a deep stretch through that right hip. And if anybody wants to go for it, this is where you could move into your flying pigeon. So you bend the elbows and rest that shin on the back of your upper arms and look forwards. Then you might be able to transfer the weight into your hands You might be able to float your back foot up. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow, or maybe next year. Now lift back up, bring the hands to the heart, lift the chest, start to bring the right knee up. Kicking back through warrior 3. So straightening the right leg. You can use the toes as a stand, or you start to lean forward, creating that almost capital T shape. If you need to hold on to something, go ahead. Take any arm variations you like here. 2 breaths. Again, that right hip wants to open up, drop it down. Lift the chest, strong through your back leg. Now start to bend the left knee and place the right foot down. Crescent lunge. Use your next exhale to reach forwards. Release the hands down. The right hand under the right shoulder on your mat or a block. Left hand reaches up, open up. So your lunge legs stay as they are, and the twist is coming from the belly button to the left shoulder, through the left fingers. See if you can make some more space here. On your next exhale, bring the top hand down. Both hands on the mat, step back to downward facing dog. Close your eyes, check in, see what's coming up. And you can choose to rest in down dog or child's pose, or move through your flow. 1 breath, 1 movement. We'll meet in down dog if you're ready. Use your next exhale to look forwards, step or hop to the top and take a halfway lift. Exhale to fold in. Big toes touch, come back into your chair. Bring the hands to the heart. Moving into figure 4 on the left, so start to lift the left heel up, lift the left knee up, cross the ankle over the thigh. Stabilize here. Then you sit down, any amount. Maybe you lean forward, keep the left foot flexed. Hold on to that left leg, or bring the hands down onto your blocks if that's what you did on the first side. If you're going for that flying pigeon, don't have the blocks super high, then you probably fall off. Spread the fingers wide, lean forwards, rest the shin on the back of the arms. Maybe the back foot lifts up, maybe not. Bring the hands back to the heart when you're ready, and lift the chest. Stand up, bring the left knee with you. Start to kick back. Find your warrior 3, lengthening up first, then coming forwards. Take any arm variations you like. 1 more breath. Good. Now think about your transition into your crescent lunge, bending the right knee, placing the left toes down, and then reaching up. Relax the shoulders, the face. On an exhale, lean forwards, reach forwards, place the hands down, moving into the twist. Left hand down. Reach the right hand up. And then feel the length here from your left hand to your right hand, Chest is open. From that back heel, we're on the toe mound of the left foot to the crown of the head. Take one more full breath. Release the top hand down. Step back to downward facing dog. Pause. Hold it. Come back to your breath. Now your choice is to rest in child's pose or move through your vinyasa. One breath, one movement, and we will meet in child's pose. Let the child's pose be very passive. The head is resting on something. The arms, forearms and elbows are down, shoulders relax. And then roll the forehead from side to side. Release the neck. And while you're here, remember your intention. Come up to all fours and lower down onto your belly for Sphinx pose. So position your elbows directly under your shoulders. They're not down by your ribs, they're directly under the shoulders, and the elbows hug in. The forearms make an 11 and the fingers spread wide, and you pin the elbows down, which helps you to lift up and draw your heart forwards. Lift up through the top of the head, and then heavy the pelvis down to lengthen the lower back. Press the tops of the feet down to engage the legs. Hold it here or drop your chin to your chest for a neck release. But don't let that make you collapse down. You still keep pressing into the elbows to lift up, chin to chest. Keep the chin low, but roll it over to your right shoulder. Not collapsing down, still pinning the elbows down to keep you lifted up. Roll the chin back to the chest. And take it over to the left shoulder. Keep breathing. Bring the chin back to the chest. Lift the head up. And release. Hands like a pillow under your forehead. Turn the heels out and the toes in, and breathe deeply. Breathe into the lower back, the upper back, whole of the rib cage, the sides, the belly. Next back bend, locust, bring your arms down by your sides, palms turn out, palms down, thumbs out, forehead down, legs are strong. On your inhale, press down, lift your chest up, keep looking down, keep the neck long. Stay here or lift your toes up and lengthen from the toes to your crown. Roll the shoulders away from your ears. And then take any arm variation you like. Fingers reaching behind you, arms out to the side or forwards. We're here for 3 breaths. Releasing, make a pillow with your hands, rest your forehead, heels out, toes in, and deepen the breath. Then there's one more back bend in the sequence, which is bow pose. So if you find that bow is not a great option for you, then you are welcome to take Sphinx like we did with the elbows plugging in, opening up through the chest. You could take a cobra like we've been doing. You could take locust like we just did. But if you want to go for bow, bring your arms down by your sides. Bend your knees. See if you can then reach your hands to your ankles or your feet. And if you can't reach your feet or your ankles, then take one of the other options. So look down, forehead down, relax your shoulders. Flex the feet and then kick your feet into your hands. Start to peel the chest up, any amount. Relax the shoulders, keep kicking, lifting. We're here for 3 breaths. Then we release. Hands under the forehead, heels out, toes in. And breathe through it. Observe the effects of those back bends. If you need to, you can go ahead and wiggle the hips side to side. You can bend the knees and windscreen wiper the shins. So release the legs down and then very simply roll over onto your backs. Knees bent, feet flat. So allow the back to release into the mat. Rest one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Notice how it feels to be lying down. And then to release the back after the back bends, we'll take figure 4. Right ankle crossing the left thigh, let that knee open, flex the foot. Hold it here or thread the needle. And let the left foot hang down. Just a couple of breaths here. Into the lower back, into the right hip. Release your hands, bring the left foot down, the right foot down. Straight onto the second side, left ankle over the right thigh. Hold it here or thread the needle. Right foot dangling down. Couple of deep breaths. Release the hands, bring the right foot down and the left foot down. Pause, take a moment. Bring your knees in and then take the knees wide towards your armpits for half happy baby. So you're holding on either behind the knees, or your ankles or your shins, or the outside edges of your feet. And then the knees come wide to the armpits and you pull down. Press the bum down, back of the head down, shoulders down. If you want to start to rock, go ahead. You might want to bend and straighten through the legs. And then come to stillness. Release the grip, hug your knees in. We have time for some inversions, so you're welcome to take any inversion that you fancy this evening. So option one is legs up the fake walls. Either support your pelvis with your hands just under your bum. You can use a block under your bum just to tip the pelvis forwards or up, and then the legs hover. If you want to do this at the wall, go to the wall, or you could hook the legs over a chair or your sofa. If you have shoulder stand in your practice, if that's what you want to do, go for it. If you're happy, confident to do that at home. If you have a headstand practice and you want to do a headstand today, go for it. And we'll have 1 minute in quiet in your inversion. If you're in a shoulder stand, you come out through plow pose, the toes come overhead. And when you're ready, bring your legs down. If you're in legs up the wall, like me, you can just lower the legs down with some control. We'll all meet on our backs, knees bent, feet flat, arms by your sides. We'll just take 3 rolling bridges with the breath. On your inhale, press down, curl the hips up any amount. Exhale, curl the spine down. Go 2 more times with your breath. Let the back settle. Lift your right knee up and cross the right leg over the left. So actually cross leg like if you were sitting at a table. Bump the hips over to the right and roll your knees to the left. When I do this, I like to have a block, and just happen to have a block there. I put that under my right knee. If this doesn't feel great for you, just take a simple twist or a twist that you prefer. Reach your right arm out to the side. Let your head roll to the right. Left hand rests on the belly. Couple of breaths. Unwrap your legs. Bring the knees back to center. Hug the knees in. And release the feet back down, crossing your left leg over. Squeezing the thighs together, bump your hips to the left. And roll your knees to the right. You can shuffle your right shoulder blade underneath you. Extend the left arm out, right hand on the belly. Let the head roll to the left. Two breaths. Unravel the legs, knees come back to center. And then draw the knees in, a little squeeze. We'll release into Shavasana. Take the feet wide, shuffle around the bum and the lower back. Squeeze the shoulder blades under the back. And let the arms come long by your sides, palms up. Release the jaw, release the tongue, the eyes, forehead. And let the whole body be heavy. Physical body melting into the mat. Breath comes back to a very soft, gentle rhythm. We'll take a few minutes to be quiet and still, and I will let you know when it's time to come out of the practice. Please feel free to stay in Shavasana for as long as you like. You're ready to come out of the practice, begin to deepen your breath. And then gently move your fingers and your toes. Roll out the wrists and the ankles. Slowly turn the head from side to side. And hug your knees in and let yourself roll over to one side. And make your way up to sit. When you're ready with the hands in prayer, so take a moment to bring the awareness inwards. Acknowledge your practice. Feel the benefits of the practice in the body. The mind. And the breath. Take the thumbs to the third eye between the eyebrows. And remember your intention. Take that with you today. And bow the head to the heart to seal the practice. Namaste. Thank you.